All right, class. So the first thing you want to go to is you want to go to your Clever page. That is your easiest way to access all your apps. So you can see here I've marked a lot of them as favorites for me. Your biggest one right here is Edsby. This is where your class assignments are going to be. So we're going to click on Edsby, and then I'm going to show you how to get to your classes. Now, I have more classes than you do because I can see the other third grade classes. But what you're going to do is you see how it says Mrs. Scott's homeroom, Mrs. Scott's math, Mrs. Scott's reading, Mrs. Scott's science. Okay, so if I look at Mrs. Scott's reading, I'm going to see right here everything that I have uploaded. Okay, now Miss Healy is also doing the assignments with me, so you may see assignments from her or you may see them from me, but that still means that you are doing them. So if I go all the way down here towards the bottom, that's where I'm going to find day 1. So this one right here is day 1. Okay, that means I'm going to read this. After the reading assignment, I'm going to go to my short response and type 1 to 2 sentences. I'm going to do that activity. Okay, so this is day 1. We're going to go down here. I see day 1 here. I'm going to click on it. That's my classwork for reading for day 1. And then you can see that you have other assignments like day 2, day 3, day 4, and then day 5. Each day has a reading assignment. It's usually only 2 questions, so that's not too bad. So that is reading. And then if we go to math, math and science are going to be a little different. Okay, now in order to get to your math and science class, you see this right here, it's a drop down. I'm going to go find Mrs. Scott's math. Okay, wait for it to load. And then here, I see that I have some assignments. I see that Mrs. Scott, meaning me, have done some shout outs. And then I see here, right here, it says topics covered and has a to do. Well, this is 12-3. Monday's lesson was 12-1. So if I haven't been on my math assignments, I need to scroll all the way down to the first journal. Okay, and that's right here. So in order to do math, we need to go back to Clever, and I need to click on the Pearson Realize app. Okay, so we're going to go back to Clever. So now I'm looking for Pearson Realize. It should look something like this. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to wait for it to load a minute. And then I'm going to click on this is our book for 3rd grade. And again, mine may look a little different than yours, but you should see something at least similar to it. And then you see here, you should all have this. So you're going to want to go to classes. And then we're going to see assignments. See how we have these assignments. Now, they're all listed on here. Okay, but Mondays was 12-1, the visual learning, which is your video. 12-1, the independent practice, which is your practice. Ooh, excuse me. Which is your practice. Okay, and then you should have, I think, one more for 12-1. And then you have 12-1, your practice buddy additional practice. Okay, and as you can see, 5 of you have already completed it, so I'm very proud of that. Okay, but these are where your assignments are. I'm always going to go back to Edsby, though, to see what I need to be on. Okay, so I need to complete the 12-1 lesson. I need to watch the 12-1 visual learning video. I need to open and complete 12-1 practice buddy, independent practice and problem solving. And then after that, I need to open and complete the practice buddy additional practice. Now you won't always have, math isn't always going to be this much. Next week we're going to change it up so it's not as much on you. Okay, so this is how you get to math. All right, this is using your Pearson Realize app. All right, so now we're going to go up to science. I'm going to go back up here to my drop down. I'm going to find Mrs. Scott's science right here. And I see right away, because I haven't posted anything else in here except for your assignments, I see right away that I need to do something. But if it's my first day in science, I need to scroll towards the bottom to find the first one. So this is my first topics covered. So I have our objective, like we're going to identify leaves, roots, stems, and flowers or cones. Okay, and we're going to use the HMH Ed app. Okay, so I want to read all my directions first. So when I go into the HMH app, I'm going to work on Unit 7, Lesson 1. So I'm going to open the student ebook. The title's What Are Some Plant Structures? I'm going to read these pages. Then I'm going to complete the digital lesson on that. Okay, and then we're going to complete the online lesson quiz. The lesson quizzes for these are only usually about 5 questions. So now that I've got this up, I know what I need to do. I know I'm going to HMH. So I'm going to go back to my Clever page. I'm going to find my HMH right here. And then we're going to go look. We're going to let it load with patience. Okay, and you want to instantly click on your assignments. So once you've clicked on your assignments, you see this. Well, I see this. I'm not sure if you will yet. But you see how you have student ebook, what are some plant structures? Well, I'm pretty sure that's what I was supposed to do for my assignment. Yep, student ebook, what are some plant structures? So I'm going to open that up and I'm going to read that. Okay, you would click on this, you would open it up, and you would start to read it. Okay, you always, in your HMH, it's always easier to click on assignments so you know what you need to do. Again, next week you won't have as much to do. The only reason I threw the student ebooks in, because sometimes it's nice to read it instead of just listen to it in the digital lesson. So that's why I thought it was very important. Okay, now some of your other assignments, including science and reading, you'll also have where you might be using vocabulary. So this is day 2's assignment. So they have a vocabulary assignment for you. That means I need to go back to Clever, find my vocabulary. I'm going to click on it, and we haven't gone through vocabulary before. So I'm going to click on it, and like I said, yours are going to look a little bit different than mine. Okay, and that was in science, so I'm going to look at my science and look at these assignments, see? So I needed to, what did I need to do? I need to watch the parts of a plant video. Okay, well, that's what I need to do. So I'm going to find the one that says video, and I see that here, and I'm going to click go to lesson. As you can see, 6 of you have already started it. Very proud of that. Okay, the same though, you also have your lessons in your reading. Okay, like I said, this looks a little bit different because it's mine, but you have reading ones for your reading lessons. Okay, you can see some have already been on to complete. I see 3 of you have already done it. Very proud. Like day 1, you went and watched a video. Okay, so you have day 2. Fridays is the quiz. Okay, and like I said, you won't see some of these pop up yet because I haven't sent it out yet. Okay, now all your assignments you have until Sunday to complete. Okay, I'm probably will end up extending some of the assignments just to make it a little bit easier because it is our first week. Next week, we're going to change it up where we slow down a little bit more. Okay, and as you can see, this is our homeroom where I put the poll up. I put our morning question up. I said, if you could be any character, who would you want to be and why? I saw some really amazing responses. Okay, so I just want you guys to remember that I'm here for you. We're going to do great at this. Are we going to get it right away? No. Do you think I got it right away? Definitely not. It took learning, and that's what I used my spring break for. Was a lot of learning for it. Okay, and it's going to take some patience. So I need you guys to stay patient, stay positive. All right? Because I know I'm not there to encourage you as much as before, but we've got this. You've got this. Okay? Anytime you need help finding your assignments, please let me know. All right? So if there's anything you need, you ask me. You can ask me in Edsby, which that's where you go right here. You can see where it says view my messages, and you can message me. Okay? So just remember, those are your assignments. Those are your classes. Okay? And I will be here if you need me. I will talk to you all later. I hope this helped.